Can I show you t-shirt designs that are earning $30,000, $60,000, and sometimes over $80,000 per month using print on demand? And can I show you how to use free AI apps like ChatGPT and Canva's AI apps, including a new AI tool that they recently released so that you can copy these designs to sell your own versions of them too? Well, that's the challenge I have set myself today, so let's just jump straight into it. And we'll start out with the first AI t-shirt design, the retro slogan. Yes, somewhat ironically, this is actually probably the simplest and easiest of all the designs that I'm going to show you, yet it is surprisingly making the most money. Yep, and here is a great example of a print-on-demand retro slogan t-shirt being sold on Amazon. You can see that in the past month it's sold over 3,000 t-shirts, which means on the low end, we can estimate it's made over $53,000, and on the high end, over $71,000. And here's another example of one you can see in the past month, it's sold even more, over 4,000 t-shirts, which means if we do the math, we can estimate it's made over $83,000 on the low end and over $104,000 on the high end, which is just bonkers. Plus, like with all of the t-shirt designs you will see in this video, it is also popular on other marketplaces too, such as Etsy. For example, take the store here, they sell several retro t-shirt designs with one of their specialties being the retro slogan. And well, the Etsy research app Allure estimates that this store has made over $690,000, which is kind of crazy. And so of course the next question is, all right, Sarah, how can I make these designs too? And it's a great question. So for this, I will be using two free tools. I'll be using Canva and their AI tools to create the design, plus I will be using ChatGPT to come up with the slogan. Because you see, here's the thing, right? As my longtime subscribers know, I run multiple print-on-demand stores that earn me passive income every day selling clothing and accessories like t-shirts. And my approach is pretty simple. What I do is I find popular designs like this one here, and then with the help of ChatGPT, I rework them into a new niche to create an original design. I like to call this the cross-idea formula. So for a design like this, an easy way to use the cross-idea formula is to ask ChatGPT to help me come up with a new slogan. I can tell ChatGPT this popular slogan and give it a new niche and ask it to use that as inspiration for coming up with new slogans in the new niche. And when I find a slogan I like, I can then ask ChatGPT for more variations to choose from and keep working with it to come up with even better ideas. Then once you have your AI slogan, come on over and log into Canva, and I'm sure most subscribers at this point already have a Canva account, but if you somehow don't, I will have an affiliate link to where you can get a free 30-day pro trial account in the description below. But yes, once inside of Canva, create a custom project size. A pretty standard t-shirt printing area is 4,500 by 5,400 pixels. Then come and click on text and select to add a heading, and then type out your slogan one line at a time. So then, once you've finished typing out your slogan, highlight it and click on fonts to change the text font. Now, Canva of course has lots of fonts that you can pick from, but one font that I think is particularly good for retro slogan t-shirts is the Edmund texture, because not only does it feature retro styling, but it has a cool distressed look to it. Then after this, we will again highlight our text and click the alignment button. This will align our text to the left, and we'll click the letter spacing tool and lower the spacing between our lines of text, and then drag our slogan in the corners out to fill the entire canvas. Then next, to get the perfect retro coloring, we'll come to Elements and do a search for retro backgrounds and pick a graphic and a color scheme that you like and place it in an empty spot on the project. Then highlight the first line of text, and under text colors, you'll see that Canva's AI has created a color palette for us based on the graphic that we selected. So now we can use this color palette and change each of the lines of text to match it, and then we can just go ahead and delete the graphic. And then that's it. We can now go ahead and save our new design. So to do that, just click Share and then click Download. Then make sure that PNG is selected and increase the image size as high as you can so that the shirt will print in the highest resolution possible. Then tick the box to keep the background transparent, and then that's it. You can now download it and upload it onto your own print-on-demand t-shirt to sell. Which, by the way, shameless plug, if you would like a tutorial on how to do that, I've actually created a video on this channel, which is a step-by-step guide on how to create an Etsy print-on-demand store from scratch. So if you want to watch that, I'll include a link to it in the video description below. Plus, Printify also has a great step-by-step guide on how to sell print-on-demand t-shirts on Amazon, either through them or through Printify, which you can find on Printify's blog. So if you're interested in reading this, I'll also include a link to it in the video description below. So then let's now move on to the next AI t-shirt design, Surreal Photos. Yes, so I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you. This is a t-shirt design that took me by surprise, but it is becoming increasingly popular with customers. Yep, for example, check out the Surreal photo t-shirt here on Amazon. In the past month, it's had over 3,000 sales, which means that we can estimate that on the low end, it's earned somewhere between $53,000 to over $71,000 on the high end in the past month, which is pretty crazy. And it's also a growing trend on other marketplaces too, like Etsy. Like, check out the Surreal photo t-shirt here. It sold 5 t-shirts just within the past 24 hours alone. And well, you know what? I actually think that Canva is perfect for this, because if you come and open up the Elements tab inside of Canva and do a search for anything that you want a photo of, chances are you will find a photo of it in their library. Their photo library is one of the biggest, and it includes some pretty incredible AI generated photos too. And so if you want a photo of an alien spaceship, well, they have it. Plus, they have an AI background remover tool too. So this will remove the background of any photo, leaving just the subject, which is very handy for making surreal photos. Because what you can do is come back to the Elements tab and search for a photo to then put in the background, like this photo here. Then you can click on the photo and click position, and in the layer menu, you can drag the background photo to be behind your subject. And so now we have an alien spaceship sitting in the sky. But it gets even better, because we are now going to take advantage of a relatively new Canva AI tool, which is their AI blend tool. Yep, so here's how to use it. Start by clicking and dragging your cursor over the 2 photos that you would like to blend together. Then click edit, and in the menu select to blend them. Now Canva's AI technology will modify the 2 photos, blending them together so that they match each other's style and photo lighting. And then, well, that's pretty much it. You can just keep coming in and finding more photos to add into your design and use the background remover tool. So for me, I added in a photo of a dog taking a selfie, and I put it on top of the image and removed the background from it. And then to finish up, I clicked on each element and selected to edit it, and then I used the AI filters within Canva to change the color tone to be a newspaper vintage black and white style. And so then, once I had done that, that was it. After playing around a bit with spacing, I had created my own surreal photo t-shirt design to sell. So then, on to the next AI t-shirt design. But first, a quick word from today's sponsor, and today's sponsor is me. Yes, that's right, as my longtime subscribers know, due to the fact that there is an influx in shady YouTube sponsors scamming viewers, until I can find a sponsor that I trust, I am for now sponsoring my own videos. And I am sponsoring my own video today to let you know that if you would like to know how I and others earn passive income every day selling print-on-demand products, like t-shirts, you should be sure to download a copy of my free ebook, The 6 Steps that 6-Figure Online Stores Follow to Make Over $10,000 a Month. You will find a link to download my ebook in the video description below. But anyway, back to the video. And on to the next AI t-shirt design, the Retro Sunset Synergy t-shirt. Yep, this is an AI enhanced twist on a previously successful formula, and look, these designs are super popular. In the past month, this design has sold over 1,000 t-shirts, which we can estimate means it made over $15,000 on the low end and over $30,000 in the past month on the high end. And here is another example, but this time with a circular retro sunset, and this design has been even more popular, selling over 4,000 t-shirts in the past month, which means that we can estimate that it's made somewhere between $63,000 to over $79,000 in just the past month, which is pretty crazy. And you know what? I can see why these are popular with customers, because if you look closely at them, you can see that the designers have changed the colors of the picture inside of the sunset to match the colors of the retro sunset background. This synergy makes a t-shirt look very cool visually. And as you will see, Canva's AI makes creating the synergy pretty simple. So to get started, I came to Elements, and I did a search for retro sunsets. Inside of the graphics, you will see that you've got lots to choose from that come in different shapes and sizes. So you can go ahead and pick one. Then next click on the text tab and add in 2 headings, and then add in your slogans. Now, I decided that I would reuse that slogan. First of all, I am a delight, because as you will see, I'm changing the niche entirely to target a different customer. But if you're creating a slogan from scratch, ChatGPT is perfect, of course, at helping you create one. Then next, come and pick a new font for your text. Canva has a headings font folder, and this actually has quite a lot of good font options to choose from for a design like this, such as the Bernoro font, which I ended up picking. And then next, highlight each line of text and change the font color. You'll see that again, Canva's AI has created an AI-generated color palette for us based on our sunset image, so you can choose a color from that to create your synergy, and then resize your headings to match your retro sunset picture. Then next, come to elements and do a search for whatever graphic that you want to add to your design. So for me, I decided to search for mad dogs because this was the niche I decided to target with my new design, dogs. Now, when it comes to selecting the graphics to add into your retro sunset, there is something that is optional but pretty good to keep in mind, and that's this. For some of the graphics in Canva, not all of them, but for some of them, like this image here, you can use Canva's AI to change the colors. And so while picking an image like this is not necessarily required, it does look pretty cool, and as you will see, it absolutely adds to the synergy. Because what you can do is you can go in and use the AI generated color palette to match your image to the colors of the retro sunset. And as you can see, this absolutely enhances it and makes it aesthetically very cool for customers. And well, with that, we had created our own AI enhanced retro sunset synergy t-shirt. Now, this t-shirt in particular got me a lot of compliments when I showed it to people while editing this video. However, I'm still not quite done yet because there is another free way that we can make this even better. And that is by adding in a bonus step of adding a distressed overlay to it. Yes, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our t-shirt from looking like this to instead looking like this. By adding a distressed overlay, we can add distressed markings into the corgi and text too, giving it that cool vintage look. So first up, to do that, you'll need a distressed texture image like this one here to overlay on top of your design. And you can use any that you already have if you do have one, but for me, that was my favorite, and I downloaded it from this image pack here, which I got for free from a website called Creative Fabrica. Now, usually you do have to pay money for this image pack, but you can get it for free. And that's because if you sign up for a trial Creative Fabrica account, they will give you 10 free downloads, with a commercial license included. So yes, I'll include my affiliate link in the description to this image pack that I use if you would like to grab it. Then once you have your texture image, come to Photopea, a free in-browser Photoshop clone. And once here, just add in your t-shirt design that you exported from Canva. Then place your distressed texture image on top of it and cover the whole image with it. And in the layer section, make sure that your grunge texture layer is at the top of your picture. Then right-click the texture layer and click rasterize. Then hide your t-shirt design layer. And then next click select and choose color range and set it all the way to 200. Then with your t-shirt design layer selected, click edit and select clear. Now you can unhide your t-shirt design and delete the texture layer. And that's it. Your t-shirt design has gone from looking like this to looking like this, with our text and corgi also now having the cool distressed vintage markings too. And so then let's now move on to our next AI t-shirt design, the Jargon t-shirt. Yes, so no exaggeration, this is the sort of design that prior to the invention of AI chatbots could have easily taken me days to create just one of these t-shirts, but now I can create it in less than 30 minutes, so it genuinely astonishes me. Yep, so here is a great example of a Jargon t-shirt. It is designed to be a funny gift for engineers, and you can see that in the past month it has sold over 2,000 t-shirts, which means that in the past month we can estimate that it's made anywhere from $39,000 to over $59,000. Wow. And you know, here's the thing, right? If you zoom in on this t-shirt, you'll see that it's actually quite clever. It takes an engineering jargon word and phrase, and underneath it has a funny, simplified definition of it. And honestly, creating clever jokes like this used to be very difficult for me. The reason why it would take me so long was because I genuinely had to spend a lot of time just coming up with ideas for jokes. But now, ChatGPT can do this within seconds for us. So what you can do is give ChatGPT a few examples from a successful Jargon t-shirt already and explain that you're creating a t-shirt in a different niche and ask it to come up with some Jargon ideas for you. And then, well, you can just let it do its magic. One tip is that you want to make sure that you want to give it a character limit for each joke. Otherwise, in my personal experience, it tends to come up with jokes that are long and overly wordy. And of course, if you like a particular joke that it gives you, you can then come and ask it for more variations of it and ask it to make any modifications that you like. And then once you have your AI generated phrases that you want to use, we can then head on over to Canva. So then inside of Canva, click the text tab and select to add a heading, and then add in the word understanding, then come and change the font. And again, the headings font folder has a lot of great options to choose from. And for this design, I actually quite like Helvetica Now. However, even when bolded, it's still not quite bold enough really for a design like this. So what you can do is use a little trick that I came up with. Under effects, give your font a border, then make it black and reduce the thickness. Now you have a bolder version of this font. So you can now just go ahead and duplicate this and add in the next line of text. Then come in and under elements, do a search for silhouette pictures of long, thin images that are related to your niche that could be used as a line break, similar to what the other engineering t-shirt did with the rulers and the cogwheel. Then after that, duplicate one of the text titles again and add in your first line of your ChatGPT joke. Then you can go ahead and duplicate this text line again, but this time remove the bold effect from the font and add in your second ChatGPT joke. And then just keep repeating this process, adding in each of your different jokes. Then once you've added in all of your jokes, add in another text box, but this time type out the number 1. Then this time we're going to pick a fun font, and there are lots of good fun fonts to choose from in the handwriting folder. Although for me, I think that the Le Petit Cochon fit this design well, and I'm sure I did not pronounce that correctly. But yes, either way, just come in and keep duplicating these number boxes and just number each of these lines. And then that's it. You can then go ahead and fix up any spacing issues and get it looking the way that you want. And so then once you've got it looking the way that you want, click on an element and then change all of the elements of it to be the color white. And then just go ahead and keep repeating this process, switching out all of your boxes and elements to be the color white. Now, you won't be able to see them currently since by default Canva has the canvas to be white as well. Although at any point, if you do want to be able to see these, you can change your background color to be a different color instead of white. But yes, once you've gone ahead and changed all of your elements and your design to be the color white, go ahead and click share and then download your new t-shirt design using the settings that I showed you earlier. And then, well, that's it. You've now created your own AI Jargon t-shirt design, and the white text looks really great on a black t-shirt. And of course, if you want to make this design look even more trendy, you could go ahead and use my distressed texture tutorial from earlier to add it into the t-shirt, giving it that subtle yet trendy vintage look. And so then, if you'd like to learn about even more ways that people are making money using AI tools, be sure to watch my next video here on screen, and I will see you in the next video.